What they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, yeah, I'ma do it anyway. I don't care what nobody say, I'm still gon' paper chase. I'm still gon' smoke out, sip champagne, buy the case. I might be wrong, but I still floss. Live life like an outlaw, bounce awkward like a southpaw. Lil nigga still pop off. I get high, I get drunk, then pass out and get up. Get chicks in a penthouse like pin-ups, and all us bent up, faded on high grade and vapors, on high beams like lasers. That low grade don't phase us. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, 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 yeah, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, 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 yeah, I'ma do it anyway. I don't care what nobody think, I still smoke, I still drink. It's still middle finger to the law, and still I do what I want. I'm still like no fucks given, straight heathen, no true religion. Fresh dress, leather with denim, only bad bitches and worse women. Living life to the highest high. Shit, it ain't like I live twice. I'm married to my hustle and I'm loyal to my only wife. Spending money like what price? Weed and sex, my only vice. They say I shouldn't live the life of hoodlums, but I'ma take my own advice. Like, anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, 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 yeah, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, 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 yeah, I'ma do it anyway. Yes, sir. Sweatshirt out the way. What's happening? What's happening? Side Street Kid. It's the effing. And that's the gang leader. And I'm out here, man. We got a new episode. Think new. You know, man. Appreciate all of y'all that's out there supporting the show and everything. This is a new show I'm doing. You know, where I just have conversations with people. People that I know, people that I may admire or be fans of, and a lot of times friends as well, that I think have unique stories that a lot of people just don't know. They don't have it's not a platform out here that showcases these kinds of people. Like, everything is always geared towards, you know, like, artists or musicians or famous people, this, that, and the third. And not to say that some of my guests aren't famous, but I just feel like they don't have the light on them in a real way, like with real people in the streets, with, you know what I mean? Like, none of this is glossed over, none of this is made up. It's nothing. It's just me with my little camera talking to people, you know what I mean? And we can get more insight, you know what I mean, about how things actually are, and instead of what we're fed through media and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's why it's called Think New, because we have to change the way that we think about what we're experiencing in this world in order to understand it better. So yeah, tonight I have a guest coming on. Hopefully, I always say hopefully, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like, I talk to people and we set it up, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna do it, but stuff comes up. Sometimes people even forget, you know what I mean? Like, I might talk to them a day or two before the day come. They be like, oh, I forgot. I got something going on. Can we reschedule? Stuff like that. So, you know, I do want to add that hopefully, you know what I mean? If everything works out right. My guest tonight coming on is Yonasda Lonewolf. I know some of y'all are looking at it like Yonasda but it's pronounced Yonasda. It's a Native American name. And like I always say, I don't like to give too much precursor to the guest because I prefer for them to explain it in their own words. And then a lot of times you just don't know. You have stuff wrong. I've even said something that's not exactly how they would term it. So I don't want to say too much. But with Yonasda, she's a very inspiring sister, and she's like a freedom fighter. She's an activist. She's in touch with the culture and the people, and she cares about people, and she's always willing to give her time and energy to the right causes. You know what I mean? So I personally, I've known her for a while now, like probably, I have to ask her, but I want to say something like 20 years. You know what I mean? And she's never changed. She's always been the same person. We have great conversations, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, she has a background in music. She's a rapper, an artist, as well as, you know, just how she moves and everything. And so when I did this show, I had people like her in mind. And so a couple days ago, I just felt like, you know, I think it's time to, you know, reach out to her. And she was with it. She was like, yeah, let's do it. So we set it up. I'm going to bring her on here. And I'm just going to, you know, try to pick her brain a little bit about what she's doing with the culture, what she's done, and where she would like to see it go. And maybe see just what kind of information we can find out on how people can get involved, become more active. She's also very in tune with, you know, health and wellness and you know, just the whole nine. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get her on here and see what's going on. You know what I mean? I would like to say also that I do not pre-plan this stuff. I don't have no off-camera questions that I'm reading and all of this stuff. These are literal conversations. We just winging them, going off the top of the head, or whatnot. So anybody who may be out there watching, viewing, or whatever, if you have any questions or want to chime in, drop it in the comments, man. Drop it in the comments. I'll see it, and I will ask the question. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know what I mean? Hit a like if you like the show. You want to keep seeing stuff like this. You want to get, you know, be in tuned or find out more about these types of topics and conversations that I'm having. Hit the like button. Share it. Share it with your friends. You know what I mean? Spread it around so that we can keep doing this and get bigger and better interviews and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Also, you can also grab merch from me. I got merch, Side Street Kid hats and tank tops, obviously. But I got other stuff too. I have USB wristbands. You know what I mean? You wear on your wrist. Got the USB on it. Plug it in. Keep your music on there. It comes with my album preloaded. The Good Kush, Good Drink, Bad Girls album comes preloaded on it. And yeah, you can rock out. You know what I mean? I also have hoodies. I got the Elephant Poo hoodies. I got, you know, we got a lot of stuff, man. Just to tap in with me. I do not use a website or any kind of Shopify, nothing like that. This is direct to the seller. So all you have to do is either DM me or you can hit me up straight on Cash App. You know what I mean? A lot of people just send me the money. They put what they're ordering in the comment section and their address and ship it right out. That's all it is. If you want to talk to me first to make sure what you're getting is what you want, then yeah, DM me. No problem. So, without further ado, let's see if we can get Miss Yonasda Lonewolf in the building. Have to give her a call. And we're going to get this thing popping. Let's see. I would have to go searching all through my books. All right. Let's see what we may have in here. It's ringing for a long time. She didn't answer. It's no bueno. All right. So I'm gonna wait a minute. See if she hits back. I just text her at text her at 7. Told her I'll be calling in a minute. But she didn't respond. Actually, I haven't responded since earlier today. So maybe something came up. But if that's the case, then it's cool. We'll just reschedule it, and I will try to get her back on here at a later time, maybe later on tonight or tomorrow, something like that. But we'll work it out. I just had a dope interview with Masada, the superhero. Y'all should go check that out if you haven't seen it. She was talking about some shit, talking about working with Biggie, like rapping for Biggie Smalls and shit like that, and her experiences in the music business and having multi-platinum plaque and just everything. Like, dope interview. You know what I mean? You should go check that out. I post all of my shows on my YouTube page. So go to Side Street Kid on YouTube, and there's a playlist on there called Think New. The Think New podcast, and it has all the episodes and clips and stuff in there. Check that out. I got some good stuff over there. I'm digging it because like I said, this is just a show I started. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, what was gonna happen, that kind of stuff. So it is new to me. I'm still learning how to bring guests in, different things like that, and whatnot. But so far, the stuff I've been doing, I think has been good. I've gotten some good feedback from it. And I personally kind of like it. I found out stuff that I didn't know, which I think is interesting because everybody I've interviewed, I've pretty much known, as they're friends of mine for like some years. I did an interview with DJ Lab, which I don't know DJ Lab like that. I know him, but uh, we're not like friends or anything. We haven't like hung out and all that kind of stuff. But I met him at the radio station doing an interview for a show that he does up there. And actually, I wasn't even interviewing. I was DJing. I was a guest DJ. It was another artist I was interviewing up there, but I had brought my guitar with me, and because I usually carry my guitar around, just because, I started learning late. I've probably been playing now for, I won't say seriously, like maybe 4 or 5 years, but I got a guitar. My little sister gave me a guitar in 2008, maybe 2008. She gave me a guitar, and it was something that I always wanted to play, but I just never had one. I always wanted to learn how to play it though, but I never had one. Never knew how to play. Had no information on it. You know what I mean? So she gave me one, and that's when I started trying to figure it out. I had a couple friends that played like Mike P. I just learned from people around me at first. Mike P. He's Dungeon Family and Parliament. He plays in Parliament, and at the time he was rocking heavy. He was working on Dungeonese music out the dungeon, and he was out there too. And he would show me stuff. He showed me stuff on the guitar. He showed me my first exercises and that kind of stuff. And then Shy Boy, who's an engineer at the dungeon, he know how to play guitar, which I didn't know because he's an engineer. So you know what I mean. I knew Shy Boy from that. And one day I saw him. He had the guitar. I think he was playing Dr. Dre. He was playing La Da 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 Da. It's the motherfucking D.R.E. Snoop Dogg, right? So he had that boom, 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 boom. He was playing that shit. So I'm like, damn, you know how to play the guitar like that? He was like, oh, that's he was like, that's not even really like playing. That's just playing around or whatever. I was like, where? So he showed me some stuff that, you know what I mean, I never forgot the stuff he showed me either. A couple other people mixed that in, you know what I mean? My ex was a singer with Chic and Nile Rodgers. I was around Nile Rodgers for a while, like kind of a lot for a while. And I would learn from him too, like how he played in his style and whatever, because he would say stuff like, when I started playing, I was trying to imitate Miles Davis, how he sounded on the horn. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to do it on guitar and whoop-de-whoop, and that's how I developed my style. And I'm like, where? I'm like, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? Just think about how to hear music and phrases and stuff on the guitar. What? But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that now, but I'm trying to kill time. But whatever. I just started playing about 4 or 5 years ago, and I still wouldn't call myself like a good guitar player, but I can play. I play on stuff, my own stuff. I play a lot of stuff. I start producing for other artists and stuff like that. I play on some of that stuff. So, that's where we at with it. I really got distracted because I'm thinking about, I'm just going to call her again, and if she don't answer this time, then we'll try it at a later date. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm getting a facial.
Oh, shit. I thought you wanted me to call you at 7.
I know. I thought so too. I totally forgot. My friend gifted me a facial and at my house. I'm at my house and a massage, so she's almost done.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'm already live. I'll just.
You are? Oh Lord, people
Yeah.
are to see me.
No,
Oh,
I haven't brought you on yet. They can hear you.
oh, they could hear me. Oh, so okay, so I can turn my camera on and we could do this. Or you wanted to see me?
Yeah, I prefer to have the camera on. Yeah.
That sucks.
I
Can I? What if I give you a? What if I give you a picture of myself? Oh, I can't do that on here.
Well, how
What?
long before you be ready?
9 minutes.
You said 9 minutes?
Yeah.
For sure, 9 minutes.
She said 9 minutes.
Well, yeah, that's not a problem. We could talk with your camera off for 9 minutes, unless you want me to just I'll call you back a couple minutes.
We can talk.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Well,
yep. Hold on for a second. Hey Google, turn on.
You want to snort all the drugs.
Oh, we're gonna take you for a ride.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say. Cause I'ma do it anyway. I'ma do it anyway. I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say. Yeah, I'ma do it anyway. I don't care what nobody say, I'm still gon' paper chase. I'm still gon' smoke out, sip champagne, buy the case. I might be wrong, but I still floss. Live life like an outlaw, bounce awkward like a southpaw. Lil nigga still pop off. I get high, I get drunk, then pass out and get up. Get chicks in a penthouse like pin-ups, and all us bent up, faded on high grade and vapors on high beams like lasers. That low grade don't phase us. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say. Yeah, I'ma do it.
So I'll be coming up on a year now.
Okay, and you just beat another form of cancer, right?
Yeah, I just beat cervical cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, so now I'm just dealing with lung cancer.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that's not easy, but
yeah,
you know, man, we can make it happen. So how have you been feeling through this whole journey?
You know what? I have my ups and down days. You know, I have my days where I'm more so, not feeling well. I shouldn't say days. I have my moments. I have my moments where I'm not feeling well and I need to rest. And I listen to my body and what it tells me to do. But, I have learned to put restrictions on my life, you know what I'm saying, in regards to like my self-care. I had to force myself for self-care. You know, it's okay for me not to answer my phone all the time. It's okay for me not to, say yes to everybody. It's okay for me to take time for myself, and I think that battling this cancer has taught me that it's not, you don't have to save the world. I'm always on the front lines, right, helping our people and everything. And for the first time, I needed to be on the front lines to battle this war within.
Right. Before I called, like I was speaking a little bit, just giving like a background on who you are and how I know you and everything. And I mentioned that. I don't like to say too much though, because I like for you yourself to be able to speak for yourself, because I don't I can give my interpretation, but that don't mean it's gonna be how you truly feel about it.
Yeah.
But so I kind of want to go to like the beginning.
Yes.
of who you are, where you come from, and how, you know what I mean? So we can have a
Mhm.
background as to who you are, what kind of person you are, and why, or where the passion comes from for what you do.
You know, well, my name is Yonasda Lonewolf. I'm a proud Oglala Lakota Native American and Black woman. My late mother, Juanetta Lonewolf, was an amazing motivational speaker, philanthropist. Like, she did so much for so many young people and adults on drug and rehabilitation prevention programs that she established. And then she also used to work for Muhammad Ali. I was born during the longest walk, which was the American Indian Movement protest from Alcatraz, San Francisco, to Washington D.C. And I actually was born in D.C. during this protest, and I literally was born with my fist up. My, you
Wait, so
know,
your mother walked from.
yeah, like she was from Alcatraz, San Francisco to Washington D.C. I mean, of course I was in her stomach, so she was in a car a lot.
Okay,
But
yeah, because
yeah,
I'm like, wow, pregnant like that is wow. That's so discouraged, like for real.
but everybody else marched. I'm done. Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody else marched, and walked that. Chief Ernie Longwalker, as a matter of fact, got his name from walking that walk.
You want to snort all the drugs.
Oh, we're gonna take you for a ride.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Anyway, I'ma do it anyway. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say. Cause I'ma do it anyway.
Down on social media, and I spoke to him the other day, and that was very powerful moment. It was a full circle moment for me, because I told him, I was like, I helped. I'm a national co-convener for the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, the Women's March. I've been on the front lines in Standing Rock, as a water protector and everything. And everyone, when they say my name, they're speaking in a language that was shunned upon, that was like, no, you can't speak your ancestral language. And I think it was powerful that he gave me such an incredible name, because it forces people to speak an ancestral language that this government forced Native Americans not to speak their tribal language. And I wasn't the only one he named a Navajo name. He gave other people names as well. So I think that was his way of protesting, of saying, like, I'm gonna name these children these amazing names. So yeah, I've been on the front lines for a long time, fighting against injustices and everything. So, and when you and I met, you the one that got me to rap.
Right.
Did you tell that story, Ken?
Well, no, I didn't. What I said was that we've known each other for a while now, and I was like, I said I have to confirm it with you, but I believe it's something like 20 years.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
a
20
long
years.
time.
Yep. That's crazy. And
You
so
saw I look. Oh God! I just had a. Everyone's gonna be looking at at this thing. All the whole Dungeon family. Everybody. I look crazy.
nah, nobody watches me.
Okay.
No, you don't have to worry about that. We good. But
Yeah. So we met.
We met in Arizona.
Yep.
In Tempe or Phoenix. Yep.
Yes.
Like that. And I don't remember, cause see, like, to me, like, my real friends, the way I met them, they're kind of like seamless. Like, I don't really remember like where it starts.
Yeah. I think I met you when you were selling on Mill was all like, "Yo, you're dope," and then you was like, "Yeah, I rap. I'm from Atlanta. Oh no, you from the Bay Area."
Nope, L.A. But
LA,
close.
LA,
Yep,
LA,
California. Yep. L.A.
And I was all like, "Wow," and then we just started talking about music,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all we would build on was just hip hop and music and art,
Right.
because he was always very just making those dope palm tree, which I still want. I still want this.
Every time I think about that all the time. I'll be like, man, I never got that mask for you done. Like,
you never did. Yeah. I want that mask still.
Yeah, I gotta get you.
Yeah, you gotta give me that mask because I've been wanting a mask ever since I met you.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing. I remember now. I had candles. I used to make candles there. I had the mask and my artwork, and I used to be down on Mill Avenue. Yeah.
On Mill Avenue, and then that's how we met because I wanted a mask.
Yeah.
And but there's probably a reason why I haven't got it yet because I need, now I'm more settled. We were so much younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the masks were really organic. Like I was really.
It was dope.
Yeah, I was really going and getting the palm tree leaves and stuff like that, and I would cure them and all this. It was real. It was like a real organic thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And then when you moved to Atlanta. Every time I would come to Atlanta, we would link up, you know what I'm saying? But it was you that told me, because I was writing poetry at the time.
Right, that's what I said. So it was one time you start kicking your poetry to me, and I was like, you know what? I was like, you need to rap. Like, the way you kick the poetry, it like, if you just do this, it's a rhyme, you know what I mean? And from there,
you did, and you told me, you was like, you need to rap. And I was like, you think so? And you really, really believe that I could rap.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my first song, I ended up going on tour.
Yep, because I knew it. I'm telling you, I could hear it. When I heard it, like, I got an ear for stuff like that. Like, I could hear people, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and what it is that you've always had a voice. Like, you know what I mean? Like to me, music, like, it's better when you have something to say. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I could hear that in you. I'm like, she has a voice. Like you need to rap, like for real.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So and then I went on tour with went on Rock the Bells tour. Went on tour with Wu-Tang Clan, with Red and Meth, Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
I ended up touring all across this nation, and I dropped 2 albums.
Yeah.
And I'm always acknowledging every interview. I'm always acknowledging.
And not only that, like you solidified yourself too, like who you are in the game, and that, like you have respect. Like it's dope. It's dope. I love it. You know what I mean? It's dope.
And you know what's so crazy? I don't even rap no more. My son Shamar, me and Capadonna from Wu-Tang Clan, we have a son. We are divorced now, but we have a 10-year-old. And he raps. Yo, Ken, like, I'm gonna have to bring him to the studio. He's dope.
For real.
He's been dope since he was 3, but I think you heard him then.
Yeah,
like,
I remember when
since he was, man, he works with Mamuna Youssef.
Okay.
Mumu Fresh. Who's working, he just dropped an album, thank you so much, with DJ Dummy and Salam Remy. She's dope, but she just did some stuff with him, and but she's doing some stuff with Shamar, and Shamar is just naturally talented.
Yeah,
he's amazing. So I just basically I just basically protest and talk in that way. Yeah.
So how did that come about? Like where you felt like that legacy was like you was to continue that legacy of like and that voice. You know what I mean? How did that when did it hit you and when did it become a thing?
I would say that it was always in me. It was always in me. I was always very opinionated. I think that's the Aries in me, but always opinionated, always feeling that I need to speak truth to power. Hip hop was always something that I looked at as like some as a culture or speaking truth to power, living truth to power. You know what I'm saying? And so activism and hip hop just went, side to side. I would say that when I got off the tour with Raekwon in the Built for Cuba Links 2 tour, and I got off the tour in 2009 and then or 2010, and then what happened is that there was the the earthquake in Haiti, and I was like, okay, I just came off a tour. I went to 28 cities with Raekwon, and I can now utilize and do national organizing to help the people of Haiti. And so I did Hip Hop for Haiti and organized 32 cities to do a fundraising event all on one day to help the people of Haiti.
So in the same day, it was 32 different cities doing a benefit.
Yep, all in their own city. And it was crazy because we had, major artists in each individual city, from the Locks to Monica to every city did their own fundraising event, and it was called Hip Hop for Haiti. And that's when after that, I dropped another mixtape, and then the immigration thing in Arizona, they was like, really getting on the so-called immigrants, the Mexicans and all of that. And I was like, nah. And I organized all of the rappers in less than like 24 hours. And we did a song, we redid By the Time I Get to Arizona. By Public Enemy.
Real.
Yeah, and I called Chuck D. It was called the Anti-SB 1070 song. And I called Chuck D and I said, yo, can we use the sample? He was like, oh, most definitely. And it ended up going viral. Like, it just hit international. Like, we still get people that look at and dissect our lyrics, and then after that, Trayvon Martin happened, and I was like, I'm putting the mic down. I gotta do more. I always was doing more, but in regards to balancing my time and I would say my resources, I was like, I'm putting this mic down and I gotta go full speed ahead and just get to making a change, not just rapping about what's happening, but just really making a change, Yeah, can you have me some water, the alkaline water? Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep. Okay. So you're saying from the tour you did with Raekwon.
Yep. That's right.
That's what got you like in motion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So who else was on that tour? First off, like
I was the co-headliner.
For real.
It was me, Raekwon, and CNN, Capone and Noriega.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, that tour was so much fun. I mean, Capone was mostly at most of the dates. You know what I'm saying? Nori was at the dates of the big cities and stuff. When I went to the Bay Area, JT, the bigger figure, So what I was doing was, like, my DJ was DJ John Blaze from Arizona. He's dope. I'm the female opening up for, for CNN and Raekwon amongst their fan base. So I had to come out there and kill it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so my DJ was dope. And then what I would do is that every city I would go into, I would reach out to their legendary artist that lives there and have them come on stage and rock something with me. Just to kind of give me some street cred. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I already had it, but just to show everyone, like, yo, she's legitimately dope. Like, she has.
So who are some of the people that you brought out?
I brought out JT, the bigger figure in the Bay Area. It was crazy. He was gonna bring Sean.
I know that was huge. Like, JT is like, you talking about solidified.
When he came, they was like, oh, and then after that, like, till this day, like, when I go into the Yay area, it's nothing but love till this day. You know what I'm saying? Jasiri X, when I went to Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? Jasiri X. Who was someone that I think I had Rhyme Fest come when I was in Chicago.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I've had like different cities I was going into. I think I had Keith Murray come to the one in New York. You know, yeah, it was just I was always just doing stuff like that. You know.
That's hot. So so when you started doing like the rallies and stuff, like to to raise awareness or to like say the one for Haiti. How did you feel like you got a lot of support from the hip hop community like yourself?
Most definitely. When I called it Hip Hop for Haiti, I got a call from Wyclef, and he was all like, "Let's partner, let's do this," you know. And we did, and I got calls. I mean, we had in New York, we had the Locks, we had Sugar Hill Gang, we had Naughty by Nature in Jersey, we had Red Man in Jersey, we had Rhyme Fest, Malik Youssef in Chicago, No ID in Chicago. Wow. You know, here in Atlanta, the people that organized the one in Atlanta was Monica and Ludacris, you know what I'm saying, that did the one for Hip Hop for Haiti, Atlanta. Like, we had people from, we had, what's his name? Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti did, I think Virginia or North Carolina. Where he from?
One of those spots. I can't
it was like, but you know, he was the headliner, he was the organizer and headliner for that one in there, you know what I'm saying? Yo Gotti. We had or Tennessee, so he from somewhere, David Banner. Like, it was a lot of people that and till this day a lot of them still don't know that that was my, like, because what it was is that I trained and organized people to do concerts in their city. You know what I'm saying? And then everyone was going on hiphopforhaiti.com and was able to view all of these, you know, on the internet. So I was doing streaming stuff, concerts, way before I even thought about, like, because people thought I was crazy when I did it. They was all like, wait, help us understand. You're going to have everyone live stream, because we was using Ustream.
Yeah.
So they were like, you're going to Ustream all of these concerts, and people are just going to click on a link and see what's happening in New York, New Jersey, Arizona, all on one. I don't get this concept. And I said, it's very easy. And they was like, I don't understand. Like, people thought I was crazy. People was like, just come to New York and do one concert there. I said, no.
Yeah. Like,
you know, and
it makes sense to do. Man, that was genius.
Like, and I did it in 2010 where that, I mean, of course, technology advanced so much since then, but at that time, people didn't know what the heck, how to, and you should have heard me trying to train everyone how to go on Ustream, how to do the embed code, embed it on the website, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I was like, save it and then put it up on YouTube, and if you put on hip hop, the number 4 Haiti on YouTube, you'll see all these concerts. And then I did it again for Flint. And I did hip hop for Flint.
I remember that too. Yeah.
And I did it, and that was 56 cities, internationally.
Wow. Yeah. And even then, it was still new. Like, people were still trying to catch on. Like, that's
hip hop for Flint. And so even when I'm in, like, when people like, yeah, I performed that hip hop for Haiti or hip hop for Flint, I'm like, I'm the one that created that, and they're like, what? You know, because you know. They just know what was happening locally, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know that it was a national, some people knew, you know, I mean, not some, but a lot of people did, because I had a lot of press around it, you know? And then the last one I did was Hip Hop for the People, and that was about 15 cities, and I had Miami's was lit, Houston's was lit, you know what I'm saying? Tip and Russell Simmons sponsored that one. You know, that was for the hurricane of Florida and Texas and the Caribbean, you know. And so, and then I have my organization, Hip Hop 4 Foundation. So we do a lot of community work and merge hip hop with it. Yeah, so we just did a food giveaway with Steven Jackson, the basketball player, Stack. Yeah, the Stack. Yeah, we just did that with him.
It was a giveaway?
Yeah, food giveaway. We did that over in Georgia. We did that in January.
Cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, and then I'm doing revolutionary healing now.
Yeah.
I need you to come and perform, Ken.
Oh, I'm with it. It's the last one was kind of close to my house, I believe. It's at the same spot every time, right? At the farm,
No.
or it moves around. Okay, so it wasn't the last one.
The one in November was at a farm.
That's the
Oh
one.
no, I just had the one at a farm last month, April. I mean this one, April.
Yeah,
we went to Warmington Farms at a strawberry farm.
Nah, that might be a different farm.
So I do it on the third Sunday of every month.
So can you explain it, like exactly what it is? Like I know what it is. I've read the email, but you know what I mean?
So basically, you don't really know what it is until you come.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a flyer that says revolutionary healing. Everyone doesn't know where. I don't promote where we're going. No one knows
who the
presenters are.
and then you find the
Then you
location
then you only know where you're going. You still don't know who the presenters are going to be. You still don't know who's going to be performances. You still don't know what to expect. You just come.
Right.
And I started it in August because being diagnosed with lung cancer, I can't really be on the front line protesting and organizing and exerting my energy like that. Mm-hmm. And so, but I still want to help the people, mm-hmm. as well as helping myself. So the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said that the basis of community development is self-improvement. And I thought about that for a minute, and mm-hmm. I was like, I want to create a space where we are self-improving and not just saying, go work out or go get counseling or go learn how to eat to live. Like, no, there's people that you're going, like, you better come dressed to work out. You better come dressed and prepared for therapeutic type of sessions. Better come and prepare for, different type of things to be able to help you improve. So on the third Sunday of every month, I always pick a new location in Atlanta. No one knows where it's at. I made one time in January, the one in January, we went ziplining. We was up in North Georgia. What? And I was like, it's time for y'all to conquer y'all fears. Who wants to go ziplining. And we was up in the cabin. Some people stayed the entire weekend. And we just had an amazing time. I mean, just up in the cabins, and we had fire pits and everything, and people went ziplining, and we had different sessions happening. We went horseback riding at a farm. You know what I'm saying? Like, at Your Faith Farms, we went and we taught people what the real Thanksgiving is. And we had 19 keys come, supreme understanding. The last one we was at a strawberry farm. And we had Tokyo. She came and talked about healing. We had different readings. We went to a spot. We went to this park over in. Sometimes we might go to the hood. Like we might go to Cascade. You know what I'm saying? And learn about the real history of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is to be able to tap into outside, tap into Mother Earth. And then I have performances. I have some dope performances. Like people come and perform, and they're dope. They come from all across the nation. Like, yo, I want to rock for revolutionary healing. So in between our sessions, I may have a performance, and you never know who that's going to be. We've had quite a bit of celebrities come through, and we don't promote it. You know what I'm saying? Like Molly brought her artists, Molly Music, you know what I'm saying? She brought her artists and stuff. We had Sarrock. Sarrock came and rocked it, you know what I'm saying? We've had Black Elvis. He came and rocked it. We had from the Franchise Boys, you know what I'm saying? We had.
That's nice.
So we always just something different. So you have to just let me know, Queen. I could come on the third Sunday. Our next one is May 16th. I love this location. This location is dope.
I have to block out because basically, truthfully, on Sundays, I'll be working. I'll be in the studio usually. That's like a.
But just know that the third Sunday It's revolutionary healing. You got to make time. And
Yeah,
people have
and I would
actually,
just
yeah,
block it
people
out.
are turning it into their Sunday service. They're like, man, I'm going to on the third Sunday. Like, I'm
Because
gonna go
I've already
there.
had it in my mind, like I'm going. It's just, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I have to like remember, like to actually clear it out and do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's dope.
yeah,
It's an experience, and I love how organic it is. It's not about the who's who. It's about you just wanting to come. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
people been saying, like, why don't you promote that you're gonna have Cyrock or you're gonna have so and so and so and so? I'm like, nah, it's not about the who's who, because we need to heal. We gotta acknowledge, like, yo, I need to heal. I need to, you know, I need to make myself a better person. You know, it is children friendly. We have stuff for children, and but this next one is gonna be dope. The ones in the summer, yo, I'm excited for the ones for the summer. Like, I'm looking up paintball. I'm looking up
For real.
four-wheeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
looking up. I'm looking up all tubing. I'm looking all types of stuff, because I do stuff where we kind of have a session to do these fun extracurricular activities. So
nice.
yeah,
Man,
it's lit.
that sounds like so much fun.
It is. The one that we had in March, we did Hole. We celebrated the celebration of colors that Hindu people do, and we threw paint all over that powdered paint.
Yeah.
Yo, we had so much fun, and then we had a DJ that came that did house music, and we just, after the sessions, we threw paint on each other like big kids, and we just danced to house music until it was over. We had so much fun.
That's lit. Yeah.
You just never know what to expect.
So how do you even, like, because I know you, like, we're already in contact, but like, how does somebody just like get on your list or
so they just go to therevolutionaryhealing.com, and they can subscribe to our newsletter. We put out a newsletter saying, RSVP, the next one is this date, get it now before, because we do be selling out. I have it restricted. We do have COVID compliance, but we do sell out because I have it restricted to a certain amount of people. So we've been having between 100 to 150 to 200, depending on the space, every month.
That's dope.
Yeah, every month.
So that's like, because that's interesting too, because I feel like, and I want to know your opinion on it. Like, I feel like we've reached a time in, I guess, I know in my life, where I feel like people are more open, like they wanna, we're seeking to be better. We're seeking to heal now. We're looking for new ways of living other than what we've had in the past, which are like these more stereotypical boxes that we fit in. Like, do you agree with that? Do you find like a lot of people coming to you saying like they want to learn or they want to tap in, just in, you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, most definitely. I think quarantining and COVID forced everyone to begin to start looking at self, and forced everyone to start looking at, how am I taking care of my body? How am I taking care of my mental space? How am I taking care of my finances? It forced everyone to begin to look at how they're living their lives. It wasn't about the turn up. It wasn't about, the show, because all of us were struggling during quarantining and COVID. All of us were losing jobs. All of us, we were forced to look at what's important. And it was self, and then our family and our loved ones, And I think that with that came humility, where people was like, I need help. I'm seeking help. I'm seeking to be a better me. I'm seeking to learn how to be able, like they said that this is the first time ever in history that there was so many people that was investing in stocks. You know what I'm saying? And because everyone was seeking ways on how to have a better financial future, and like, how do you do this? And I think that So yeah, most definitely. You know, especially over the summer, you know, I was mentoring a lot of people on all across the nation when they were on the front lines. You know, on the front lines fighting against police brutality, and I was doing. There was a lot of people hitting me up saying, "I need help." I was doing a lot of trainings over the phone. You know, and so I think that you know, I really, so when I created Revolutionary Healing, everyone has been coming with a very humble heart and you know, and that's another reason why I was like, it's not about the who's who of who's going to be there. And we don't get caught up in the celebritydom of people. You know what I'm saying? We don't get, you know, and I think that that's the place that we're at right now. You know, I remember, I saw a documentary on 6ix9ine, you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he re-released his album, or Tekashi. You know, my son is like,
Tekashi.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he released his latest album, and it didn't do well like it did before because of the fact that what he's talking about is about breaking down people and talking about people and the money he got, and all. People are not into that.
Right.
They don't care, like, because everybody don't got the money like that. And then not only that too, we're in a time like it's not fly to talk about people.
It's really not. You know what I mean?
It's like
changed.
yo, like it's so we're being forced to look at self. We've lost so many loved ones this year and last year. You know what I'm saying? Like in 1 week we lose DMX, Black Rob, Shock G.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Week. That's
in
just...
1 week. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, everyone is coming with a very open, humble heart and saying like, we need each other, you know? And so that's what I've been, you know, is like, you know, and it's been beautiful, you know, Revolutionary Healing. I'm making it a staple for Georgia, for Atlanta, of our own Sunday service, you know?
Yeah, that's needed. That's needed, especially with, I feel like the thing with quarantining is it kind of kept us from each other for a while, like where we wasn't able to exchange energies and build, and you know, like I want to say right before the quarantine happened, we was moving in that direction, and now you know, COVID is still here, but with everything being more relaxed, we're able to kind of come around and do stuff like that, and I think it's much needed. It's much needed. You know, I don't know if I don't even know if I was if I had ever thought about that being a reality. You know what I mean? Until then, like,
yeah,
you know, not being able to commune with your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So so was that something that kind of inspired the revolutionary healing, or was you already doing it prior to?
No, you know, it's my mother. I grew up around, like, I've had such a, you know, crazy different path life. My mother was already, she used to do a lot of different retreats, and then I used to work for the Boys and Girls Club. I used to do retreats, you know, I used to always do things like that. And I think that we used to always love camping and all of that. And I felt like I needed to create another space for activists and revolutionaries and just regular folks, and really for our people to be able to provide resources of healing. Because I was noticing we do a lot of talking about healing, but we're not throwing healing, like it's not hands on. We're not giving people the tools. We give them a brochure, but we're not saying, no, sit down and let's talk this out, and let's go through some trauma. Sit down and I'm going to show you how to do yoga. I'm going to show you how to do sound bowl healing. I'm going to show you how to meditate. I'm going to show you how to be, to bring out that youthfulness in you, and throw, you know what I'm saying, and go horseback riding or zip lining, and
right.
You know, and I think that it's also, I've always been really big on getting people off the plantation. because sometimes we get so caught up being in the city and then there's places within the city that you could get off this concrete jungle and take your shoes off and ground yourself to the Mother Earth and connect back to her. You know, hug some trees. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, everybody, hug a tree. And then, and let's just be quiet so you can feel the vibration of this tree. There's so much wisdom in this tree. So if you're feeling like, and next thing you know, there would be breakthroughs of people just crying. Like, oh my God, like just letting go of all of that. And so I feel like this is a very open, transparent space to be able to get, and it's not a certain demographic. Because sometimes, not everyone could understand Queen Afua. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone could get what Erykah Badu's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people love Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Some people love City Girls. And so it's a very diverse demographic of people, which I love. I love that it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's from the trap to the bluff to, you know what I'm saying, to College Park, to the suburbs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, all people from all over be coming to revolutionary healing, and we got a lot more people coming from out the from other states too. We got a lot of people that fly in for it.
That's nice. And it's like an all day thing. How long does it last?
We do it from 12 to 4 on the third Sunday of every month, 12 to 4. Yep.
Okay, so that was you just had one last Sunday.
Yeah, we had at the Strawberry Farm, and it was funny. They had a big old bouncy house right at the Strawberry Farm. All the adults went on that bouncy house, and
what? Oh man, yeah.
They all went, and then we had a hayride, and they went to go feed the cows.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? We had some readings. We had this one. We had somebody that came, Ruben. He came and did some readings on some folks. We had some one-on-one therapy sessions to release some trauma. We had we also my Native American brother from he's Pawnee and Seminole from Oklahoma. He comes in and he teaches certain traditional Native American healing circles and stuff. And then we also have a sweat lodge that we built here, so we do it on that Saturday before. So you got to come sweat.
I remember it was your birthday party a few years ago.
Yes.
And I came to perform. It was at I believe it was Browns Mill Park.
Ooh. Yes. Yep.
I think it was Browns Mill Park. But what was dope?
It was at the Porter Sanford.
Porter Sanford. That's where it was. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I was thinking Porter Sanford, but I was calling it Browns.
I threw myself a music festival. I was so mad it was raining and cold.
Yeah, man. That made me mad. But what was so dope about it was you had like actual Native American people come out and build the teepees.
Yeah.
Yo, that was hard. That was dope. That was dope.
So just imagine what we doing now at Revolutionary Hill.
I know
we got Native folks coming that do traditional stuff, and then we built a sweat lodge, so we have the ceremony every Saturday. On the third Saturday of every month.
A sweat lodge.
Sweat lodge ceremony.
Okay.
Now, and we're working on trying to make us have a staple for like a Revolutionary Healing Center. So we can have teepees right there, you know what I'm saying, and on the land. So I'm working on now trying to get some investors that want to invest on trying to get just some land and stuff so we could just have a center.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So what can you explain a little bit like what the sweat lodge is about, like what it does and how it's done?
Yeah, it's a purification ceremony that comes from the Plains tribes. So we have over 526 federally and non-federally recognized tribes in the United States. That means that we're not monolithic people. We are very, are we monolithic or not monolithic?
I think monolithic means like you're like a museum piece or something, but
Yes,
non-monolithic is like
but
we're
not
here
but
and
not.
active, right?
You could get whatever you want, Shamar. You can order it.
I don't want to spend all your money.
No, it's okay. No, not spend all my money, but you could buy one of these games. He just bought a PlayStation. I mean, he got a PlayStation for his birthday. So I'm all like, he could pick a game. You could pick out 2 games.
I already picked out one, Rocket League. It's free.
Okay, sorry. I know this live is kind of like, what is that? Thank you. Welcome to be a mother, single mother.
Yeah, this is actually what it's about. Like, you know what I mean?
This is all what it's all about. Yeah. Get a game that's worth it. But anyway, so what are we talking? Oh yeah. So there's over 526 federally recognized tribes and non-federally recognized tribes, and we are not the same type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have tribes, everybody has that means that's over 500 various ceremonies, over 500 various languages, over 500 various, regalia, homesteads. Right. Every Native American does not live in a teepee. It's too hot for the Cherokee and Choctaw to be wearing some buckskin. They didn't have buckskin. It's too hot. It's down south. That wasn't their traditional outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, everybody wasn't, everyone is not supposed to be having a sweat lodge ceremony. Like, every ceremony is different. The southern region, they have their corn festival, their corn ceremonies. They have their stomp dances in the south. You know what I'm saying? So everyone is different. And so my tribe, we have a sweat lodge ceremony, which is like a purification ceremony. And it's the stones that basically it's these grandfather stones that you bring in there for purification. So it's a very powerful ceremony, and it's for purification that we have. And so I only have traditional people that ceremony came to our tribes to conduct it. I have been asked by people saying, I've learned how to do a sweat lodge. I want to run your sweat. I'm like, no.
Yeah, like,
no.
I can't do it.
Like that's a colonial way of thinking that you could just go in, take something, and you learned it, and you all of a sudden want to take it over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, no. I don't care if you're Navajo. That sweat lodge did not come to the Navajo people. I don't care if you're Cherokee. That sweat lodge did not come to the Cherokee people. I'm not coming to your reservation or your nation and doing stomp dances and doing corn ceremonies. So I have to put that out there, because a lot of people be like, so-and-so knows how to do a sweat lodge, and I'm like, I don't care who they learned it from. That's not their tribal ancestral ceremony that came to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now, another thing I wanted to ask you about was
you gotta bear with me. I just got a massage, so
yeah, I know you probably about to. You're gonna be
and
ready
I'm
to
so
go to
drained because like the chemo also amplifies and dries me out. So that's why I'm sitting here drinking all this water, because I'm like, they just got all of my cells moving from this massage and everything. So I'm like, I'm gonna hold on as much as I can, kid.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate with this long. Like, this is real.
What happened to your light?
My light is out.
Yeah.
I don't know. This light gives me problems all the time. That's what happened to it. See, there it go.
Oh, there you go.
Something I don't know how to fix it. I've taken that bulb in and out and everything, but it just does that. Anyhow, what was I gonna? Okay, this is what I was gonna ask you. All right, so I believe it was you spoke at was it the Million Man March?
The 20th anniversary of the Million
Man March. Where I just remember watching it, I looked up, I'm like, That's hot. I just want to ask, like, how did that? First off, how did it feel? Like, I know that was like empowering, like to just to have that moment to be able to give your piece like that. How was that?
I think that, well, I was on the executive planning committee. As Honorable Minister Farrakhan is my grandfather. I do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of work with him. He always pulls me in on a lot of different things to do
Mm-hmm.
and to help him and assist him on major things. And including conferences, our annual Savior's Day conference, including a lot of things throughout the year, and as well as including the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. And so on his executive planning committee, I didn't think I was going to speak because I was organizing the speakers. I was organizing, for everything. And they was like, you need to come out and you need to introduce, you need to talk and introduce what you're doing and who you are. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right. And that's what I did. And, but it was, I look back at video of
Mm-hmm.
that entire day. Plus I had a documentarian that documented everything. And I don't remember anything.
For real.
Like I think my adrenaline was so high that and everything was a blur. If there was one day that I could redo, it would be that day.
Right.
I wish that I was able to find time to go amongst the crowd of the people. I didn't get a chance to do that. I was just so in work mode. I wish I was able to take a moment to take it all in. The only thing I do remember is the minister's speech, and that was the only time that I sat down.
Really?
Was when he was speaking.
Yeah.
There was so much happening on that day. Oh my God! I mean, and I was like
So
in charge of just.
When did you find out that you were speaking? Like, how did that come about?
5 minutes prior.
So that was just from the heart,
Yeah.
like no speech prepared, nothing?
No.
That's amazing.
And I think the best thing I needed to do was to talk about being Black and Native, and to talk about how we are all united in this fight, and yeah. And then I just
perfect sentiment. I thought it was planned and everything, like a.
No, it wasn't. And then this was the crazy part. That next day, I'm very close with Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club. He's like that's like a brother of mine. I've been knowing him as long as I've been knowing you.
Really?
I've been knowing him for a long time. Yeah.
That's wild.
And as a matter of fact, him and I met on Twitter.
What?
Around in 2009, 2008, I met Charlemagne on Twitter. I thought he was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought him and Little Duval, because they used to always be joking. Like, it wasn't a lot of people on Twitter during that time. And I always get on apps right when it's, before it gets lit. I just be download. I still do that. Like, I got on Twitch like years ago, and I still don't know how to work it. I got on TikTok like years ago. Like, I always get on things. I think you know that about me. I've always been on.
Yeah.
I was on MySpace before. It was like only like 6 people.
Internet.
I've always been internet savvy because my mom had AOL when it used to be in a CD. You know what I'm saying? And
that was
so
good.
I
it was free for like it'd be like 3 months or something, 90 days. I forgot how 120 days or something.
And that was a lot of money for
I
1999.
remember.
Like, yeah. And then so yeah, I was on. So anyway, I was on. That's how I met Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he was funny. You know what I'm saying? And when they opened up the DM, that we could talk on DM on Twitter, because before you couldn't talk. There was no DM.
Yeah, you just had to tweet. Yeah,
and you could just only tweet. And then and so when we actually, and then he was all like, yo, let's talk. And I love your grandfather. I love Minister Farrakhan. And you know what I'm saying? So we've been friends since then. So long story short, I when I spoke at 10-10-15 at the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, Charlemagne called me the next morning, and he called me that night. And he says, can you get to the Breakfast Club? Because he said, did you know that tomorrow was Indigenous Peoples Day? And I said, yeah.
That's crazy. It was the day before. I didn't even realize that.
It was the day before the Indigenous Peoples Day. So he was like, "Can you get here and talk about Indigenous people?" And I was all like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm on my way." So I was already in DC. So I drove to New York and I was on the breakfast. I didn't know how big it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I get on the Breakfast Club. That joint goes viral.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I mean, I get everywhere I go. They're like, "Oh my God, you're the Indian girl from the Breakfast Club." Like, and I've been on the Breakfast Club about 6 times now.
Really?
And I've been on Ebro in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on there for about 3 times, 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And just basically talking about just being Black and Indigenous and talking about Indigenous rights and talking about social justice and police brutality and, just things like that or whatever,
Yeah, that's ill because to me, in my opinion, what I mean, I'm just a regular person. I don't know. But I don't know of anyone else that is out here that does that. If they are, they're not in a position like you are that can touch people like me in my demographic. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think that's amazing. That's dope. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
it's a blessing that I've always been representing who I am. You know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like, I'm Black and Native, and I've always be having something Native on and represent. I've always been that way because that's who I am.
Yeah.
And I think that when I got pushed to be on major platforms, like right now is a Breakfast Club interview I did a year ago, and that's been back circulate. Someone re-put it out there, and now that's circulating, and people's all like, "She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get so much because of the color of my skin.
Yeah.
Because of the color of my skin, because they feel that I'm not what they think a biracial person should look like. I don't know. They just, and then that we from on the West Coast, biracial, we don't really go off of skin color. You already know that, like,
right, because you could be any skin color, but
and you still be Mexican and Black.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You still be Asian. Like, we don't, like, when you from a place that is already where there is multiracial people or biracial people on, like, what we think they should look like. It's not like light skin with curly hair. You know what I'm saying? It's not always like that. Like, like, for instance, the singer Her. You know what I'm saying? She's Asian and Black. And she's like, "This is who I am," and so I think that we still have a long way to go on how we view race and culture, but it's been, I don't know, it's been a trial for me. I do get hated on. People be like, "Oh, she don't know," and all that other stuff, but I mean, I'm 43 years old. I don't have time to believe me, I know who I am.
Right.
I know who I am. So sometimes I may post a picture of my mom just to kind of keep people like
Which you look exactly like her to be. She's lighter, but you look exactly like her.
I'm just a melanated version of my mom's entire side of the family. We all, like, I think I look more like my mom's side of the family than my father's.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely see your mom. Like, I see.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And that's true. So you think that? Do you think that the response is larger than the acceptance, or is it
I think that a lot of times, like, the response is, I think people just get caught up in trying to dictate who they think Native Americans are. Like I said, we're not monolithic people. We come in various skin tones, various languages, just same as Africa. Africa is an entire continent.
Right.
And people want to pin it down to what one type of an African looks like. Like, Nigeria is a country. Ghana is a country.
Yeah.
It's not a state.
Yeah,
it's a country. And then you have over 5,000 tribes in Africa. So we cannot sit here and put on kente cloth and think that that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, that's, like, it's very, we have to understand culture. We got to understand that, we have to decolonize the way we view each other. We really pin each other into these black, white, and other.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, it's kind of weird, but we see the world through those boxes that's on that application, that job census. Application, or that census, or whatever. Yeah, it's those boxes.
And then we call ourselves woke.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. I think that because our culture was robbed from us.
Yeah, robbed from our name.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, because we didn't lose it. It was stolen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we at this point in time don't quite understand culture because we don't have it ourselves, and what we and the way we view. Because I know it because we consider hip hop a culture. It's like hip hop it's a culture in a tributary sense of the word. You know what I mean? But it's not an actual true culture. You know what I mean?
You think hip hop is black culture?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I usually get into it with people about that when I have, because I can't not mention the fact that it's not a black culture at all. It's mostly a youth's culture mostly, but you can't really even say that either because it's like an American thing. Like, we're kind of still defining it, is what I'm trying to say. It's still being defined.
Do you think that black people in America have culture?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think we have culture. I think that we have assimilated into a culture.
Assimilated into a culture. Wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do you think that we assimilate into a culture?
Yeah, because we don't have the power.
Like,
because we don't have the power to define the world around us for ourselves. It has to be validated. It has to be accepted. It has to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that power to say this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Without it being okayed by a larger consensus or a more powerful.
I think that's probably why they created like a hip hop caucus, or I think that. So culture is what? Dress?
No.
What's culture?
I don't think that. I think culture is
it's language.
No.
A way of life.
It's. I want to say it's not even a way of just a way of life. It's like a pathway of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it comes from the root of a people. Most of these culture is mostly rooted in survival, like through the past.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is how we, on a more primal level, have existed.
Yeah.
And created our community. Not like, because they didn't have to be a community. They could have chose to wander separate or do whatever. They chose to create these rituals and these. It's like a pathway to life that they laid out for generations to come. Whereas that's why I say, like, hip hop is not that. It's more of an expression, or not even an expression. It's more of like a result of a condition. You get what I'm saying? And because of that, it doesn't belong to a particular so-called like race of people, because you still had, in that case, even if you want to say black people, it wasn't necessarily black people that started it. The whole thing is kind of hung upon Jamaican rhythms. Now,
Yeah.
you could say Jamaicans are black people, but then we start talking semantics. So we talking what, skin color? Because
Yeah.
they have a different experience than people that come from mainland America.
And they have a
Chattel
culture.
slavery. They have their own culture. You see what I'm saying?
So, question. So, the Caribbean that went through the transatlantic slave trade as we did, as Black Americans, do the Caribbean have a culture?
I think, I kind of want to say yes. I don't think that it was, I don't think that it's pure though, because it's still sort of a forced condition based upon being misplaced and different things like that. You see what I'm saying? So over time, yes, I do think that they've developed their own pathway of life, but it's still like ours. It's kind of assimilated into a culture.
Do you think that Black Americans will eventually, we would have our own culture? Or you think it's still assimilation? Or a big old jumbo
I don't believe so, because technically, in my opinion, before that could even happen, we would have to identify ourselves. Being called black people is not an identification.
Right.
You know what I mean? So technically, no, black people would never have. And then on top of that, it's kind of a sticky subject, because when you start talking, it goes hand in hand with like kind of a anti-American system, and that's where the problems come in, because even when you're not trying to be aggressive towards anyone, just your non-compliance is a defiance. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard to say that for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say that for sure.
Yeah. I love talking about this, because I've been having that constant conversation, and I've never heard it this way. So I thank you for that.
Well, it's something I think about often. But I'm not, because the way I see it is this. It's like,
sorry, I'm eating on your.
You perfect.
This is the most.
You are good.
I'm with y'all. Like, we've been knowing each other for so long.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a. That's when I told you. I'm like, it's not even like an interview. It's more like a conversation. It's like,
what platform is this on?
Okay, so I stream live.
Is there people watching me right now?
Right now, no, there's not. We've had viewers. They come in and out.
Okay, what is it? What is this on?
Right now it's streaming live on Facebook.
Oh God.
Yeah, but it's in my group. It's in my Facebook Think New group.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But it's been shared. It's been shared, so it's on different platforms.
Oh God, and I'm like.
But what happens is I don't get a lot of live viewers. That's not really why I do it.
You get it afterwards.
Yeah, it's when I upload to YouTube, and then people watch clips, and then I guess when they catch clips they go and watch the whole interview. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But it's new. It's something I just started doing. You're my
I love it.
9th interview.
Aw, this is dope. I love it.
Well, I appreciate it. And
I do.
You know what I mean? I think it's dope, because that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, the reason I do it is because it's like, I think that there's a lot of people, even though we're friends, I admire you, and I'm a fan of you as well, as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Likewise.
So, yeah. I appreciate that. But I feel like there's not a platform like this where you can have real actual conversation. We can get to like the grit, like no glitz, no glam, no gloss over, no faking. This is what is really. This is what's really going on. This is what really happened, or this is how. This is, you know what I mean? Like these
I mean,
are
I'm
the
in
people.
my robe. I'm sitting here eating.
Yeah, but not even still. The
I
point,
have no makeup on. My hair look crazy.
right? But it's like almost like, but the stuff you're saying, in
It's
my
real.
opinion, I'm sitting here like, like, and you want to talk about who? Like what? Who?
Right.
What rapper are you talking about, or what little?
Right.
Who?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it don't matter, in your robe eating peanuts or whatever you eating. You know what I mean?
I made some turkey wings. I'm gonna be here killing it.
Yeah, like you just.
It was
really
busting,
broke shit
Shamar.
down.
Yeah, it was busting.
You know what I mean? Because even now, I feel like anybody who watched this interview or whatever, they're gonna be interested in revolutionary healing.
They gotta come. You gotta come.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it's gonna be, man.
You gotta come.
Yeah, I
The
got
one
to.
the one for this one was celebrating our woman. The one in June was celebrating the fathers. That's why we're gonna probably do some paintball. We're gonna do some four-wheeling. I don't know. We're gonna do something fun.
Nice.
This one is dope too. This one is really dope. We're
and
going
the weather's
somewhere.
getting right and everything. Like, yeah.
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 This one right here is really dope because we going to somewhere that is just, it's like a hidden gem, a hidden jewel of Georgia. Like, I like finding, like when we was on that black farm, I was like, ooh, like I like going to the hidden. There was places we've been. People like, man, this is in my own backyard. I didn't even know this was here. Like,
right, and it's a lot of little stuff like that. Like, I'm the type of person, I like to I ride around. I like kind of explore the city around me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I find stuff all the time, like little co-op farms in the neighborhood, and it's always something going on, you know.
It's always something, and that's why I'm like, I love to expose and like we all go. Let's just all go here. This is the next revolutionary healing.
Right.
You know, like during quarantine, I did a lot of that. Like I'd never been to Helen, Georgia. And yo, I'm in love with Helen.
Now, I've
like,
heard of Helen a few times. Now that's something like, what is it, Hot Springs or something down there, or what?
Man, they got a whole bunch of stuff. The whole place was built by a Swedish man, and the whole town looks like you're in Sweden.
Really?
And it's only an hour from here.
Nice.
The whole look like you're going into Hansel and Gretel land. I was like, I said, yo, people live like, is this like amusement park? They're like, no, the whole town
is like that.
It's a guy from Switzerland that ended up buying the town, and he was like, I'm gonna make this exactly like my little town in Sweden, and the town looks like Sweden. And everything is like these cute little stores and all the best chocolates. Oh my God.
For real.
Yeah, Shema. And then they have, you can go
because they have Swiss chocolate.
Yeah. And you could go tubing and all that stuff. It's like right off of the river. You go tubing and everything. It's lit. I like, Helen is dope.
Nice. Yeah. I gotta get out there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go because I'm getting tired and I gotta eat. I'm over here nibbling, but no, I really got to get really.
No, that's cool. I appreciate you coming on, like for real.
I appreciate you inviting me, and man, I hate that we've been so long not talking. Like it's been,
no.
But you and I, we couldn't. It felt like we just talked to each other last year. I mean, like yesterday.
Right. It's always the same. Whenever we get together, it's always the same.
Yeah. So it don't even matter. I think last time we saw each other, we went to the Poke Spot.
Yes, you put me on to the Poke Bowls.
Oh, you been going back?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm a Poke Bowl. I'm fanatic now. Like, my son, we be on it. He be like, yes, Poke Bowl. Like, you know what
I
I mean?
know, Poke is the bomb. You was all like, what is this? I said, yo, I was like, it's my new addiction.
Yeah, I had no idea. We went in there and built, man. Yeah, that's right up my alley.
Yeah,
definitely.
I know. So let's
we
stay
have
in
to get
touch.
together. And then I remember once we went to the vegan spot, the raw spot. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Raw Reality.
Yeah, that was dope too.
I'm always
I got put on to like the platinum water and stuff like that up there. That was hot. Yeah, we gotta get together again soon.
We do. I'm not far. We're in the same city. It's not like we.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
It's
I'm right
just
up the street. I'm in the city.
I. So
Yeah,
I love you, Kat. I always will love you.
I
No
love you
matter if
too.
we don't talk for years.
I know it. You are
Okay.
dear to my heart. You one of my best
Yes.
friends. I love you.
Thank you so much for having me
Definitely.
on. Everyone, go to therevolutionaryhealing.com. Come. It's in Georgia on the third Sunday of every month. If you want to get in contact with me, it's Queen Yonasda. Looks like Yonasda on every platform. Follow me. Be nice. Be nice.
Definitely be nice. And
Be nice.
or else you're gonna have to deal with me. I'm coming through with the hitters.
That part. We don't play with them. We don't play like that. He from LA, cuz.
You know it. You know it. Don't let the smiles fool you.
Yo, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, fam.
Definitely. You have a blessed one.
Okay, you too. Peace.
Yes, sir. That's dope, man. I haven't talked to Yo Yo. I call her Yo Yo. I'm sorry. She be like, it's Yonasda. Let me go back to my camera so y'all don't be looking at my call list again, trying to call people. But yeah, man, that was really dope. I'm glad that she came on and had the time to talk to us, me and us, and give a breakdown. Now I'm hyped. I've been slacking. She's been sending me invites to each and every last one of the revolutionary healings, and I RSVP for them and be like, I'm going, and then I'm just in the Sundays, man. I don't know, cause I'm a vibe person, and so it's like with music, I'm a vibe person. When the vibe hits, I go make music. I go do whatever, and I'm kind of like that with everything. It doesn't just have to be music. Even with these podcasts, I don't have like no specific time or doing nothing. It's when the vibe hit, the conversation jump off, I just jump on. It's not always about having a guest on or anything either. It's just, it's just a vibe. But I'm glad she was able to come on and talk to us, give a breakdown on her, what she's done, who she is. I hope that people are able to tap into her, because this kind of stuff for me is not about trying to be famous or anything like that, or even like particularly like sell anything. It's really just about some certain things I feel like are interesting, and I think it'll be interesting to other people too. Look, my light just went back off. But yeah, and I think that it's dope that people are able to, like she said, I ain't fucking with that light no more. I'll turn this one up. Bam. There we go here. Yeah, like she said, she's been on the Breakfast Club and Ebro in the morning. All that kind of stuff. Those are major platforms. But those platforms, I'm sure, are not designed like this, where it's like we can kick it with her for real. She's at home. There's no like pressure. We're not looking to tap into any particular agenda. It's just about kind of sharing like who she is, because I think she's a dope person, and I think other people will think so too, and kind of see what she does and can benefit from knowing about these things, knowing about revolutionary healing, or the events she's doing, or anything like that. Even her music, like, tap in. Like, the music is dope. You heard her tell you. I told her she should start rapping. I wouldn't tell just anybody that, that means she's dope. You know what I mean? So go fuck with it. But anyway, yeah, man. Think New, Side Street Kid. It's the effing. Tap in. Go check out some other interviews. Support the brand. Share it. Like it. You know, you can tap in Side Street. I got the effing radio, Side Street Radio. Some it plays on my YouTube page. You can tap into that and check out some of the new albums I just dropped. I'm actually gonna be adding a lot more songs into rotation. Some like back catalog stuff, and then some of my my new albums as I drop it. But right now it's just a lot of you know, the other work like cataloging the shit and publishing it and blah 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 blah. Cause you know how they do indie artists out here in these streets. Man, Cat put a song out. A couple thousand people might hear it. That's it. But somebody come snatch it up real quick, put it on the radio. They got a hit record, and all you got is, well, you know, it really was my song, but I ain't gonna say, you know, how am I gonna, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, tap in, man. Like, we gotta support us, straight up. So, hopefully I'll see y'all out at Revolutionary Healing. You know what I mean? Hit Yonasda high up in these streets. Tell her you saw on the Side Street Kid podcast, the Think New podcast, and you want to tap in and get down with the revolutionary healing. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, pick you up some merch. Get your Side Street Kid cap, tank top or something. You know what I mean? And let's get it till the next one. And I'm out.
The troublesome soul, body covered in gold. The flow is Eureka. Smoke more than I need to give me a reason. Don't give me the beast. And you get that Shepaki, I'll be your green like a vegan. I'm black and I'm proud on James Brown. Just thinking out loud like Ed Sheeran. No hero, just me. So I talk soup like me so, and back it up like freak so. Leave me be or things blow. I give the pinnacle, mini go brag about selling dope, none of them meaningful. All that they seem to do is a legitimate tool.
I'm just a fool. I'm just a fool. I'm just a fool. I'm just a fool.
Writing these songs ain't righting my wrongs, bearing my soul every word that I'm speaking. Give me a reason, ballin' all week, not just for the week. And now what I smoke so foul, the aroma so strong that it's constantly breathing. Headed to the top, ain't nothing that can stop, but the bottom is where I be. We can pretend we ain't seeing who's that in my window peeping in on all my secrets. Who's that round that corner creeping, thinking they gon' catch me sleeping, but they'll never catch me though. It's the F and ain't no question, no.
I'm just a fool.